We recently embarked on a massive United States tour supporting the band Whitechapel for 23 days. Little did we know we would accumulate more than $150,000 US worth of debt before even playing a single note. In this video, I'm going to outline all of the challenges and hurdles we faced along the way. Hey, my name is Dean Lamb. I play in the technical death metal band ARCHSPIRE from Vancouver, BC, Canada. So in June 2022, I opened up my phone to see an email from our agent with an offer to support the band Whitechapel. We carefully looked at the offer, weighing the timeline and the financial side of it, despite the inherent risks of potentially not resonating very well with Whitechapel's existing crowd, because they are quite a bit different of a band than we are. We decided to accept the offer and go ahead with the tour. So we immediately got started on planning logistics and everything else that comes along with doing a tour like this. I imagine a tour is sort of the payoff for the months and months of planning that you do before the first show. There's so much logistical consideration, vehicles, crew, merchandise. There's so much stuff that goes into it beforehand that if you don't do that, your tour is not going to be successful. So you really need to put in the work. The tour is kind of the fun side of it. All right. The first thing we needed to do was get our work visas for the United States. Now, we are a Canadian band, so we need what's called a P2 visa. Filing for a P2 visa as a Canadian to go into the United States to work is about $2,500 for a 5-piece band, and it's only valid for the amount of dates that you have booked already. So I always give 90 days as per their recommendation so that we don't miss out on any opportunities. Next up was figuring out the vehicle that we'll be traveling in, and the amount of crew that you have with you is really going to change what your vehicle possibilities are. When deciding the amount of crew to bring for a tour like this, it really depends on your budget. If you're getting $500 a night, it's probably not the best idea to have a dedicated lighting guy or a guitar tech, as much as those would be pretty awesome. A minimal crew is essential for making a small budget tour successful. However, the balance that you walk between profit and comfort is often tight. Bringing a dedicated driver might mean you take less profit at the end, but it means you play better, you get more sleep, and you're more energetic during the day. So it's definitely something to consider when you're planning your own run. It is a situation by situation basis. However, I think it's important to put your sanity high up on the priority list. The fans can definitely tell between an energetic, happy band on stage and a band that just drove themselves to each show for the last month and they're worn out and tired and playing not very well. Anyway, we wanted to use this tour as like a level up for us, as it was going to be the biggest tour we've ever done in terms of venue capacities. So what we decided to do was go with a company called Bandwagon, and they rent these great vehicles. They're basically like retrofitted cube vans or RVs, and they sleep 9 or 10, which actually includes a separate driver bunk up in the front with their own temperature controls so that they can sleep during the day while your band does all the daytime stuff. And then we switch places at night. They're up. At night, we go to sleep. Now, the Bandwagon sounds great. You have beds, you have a TV, you have a fridge, all that good stuff. The comfort level is much higher than a van and trailer, but the price difference is crazy. For about a month in a Bandwagon, it's about $24,150 with an estimated diesel cost of around $8,100. So we are a 5-piece band. 9 bunks, that means we get 4 crew members, and we wanted to maximize that. So we decided to hire a tour manager front of house. So this is a combined role. It's somebody we've been working with for quite a while now. He both manages all the day-to-day stuff for us and mixes us every night. In addition, we have a lighting tech. This is somebody who runs the house lighting system and helps us set up the ground package on stage. We also hired a merchandiser, so somebody to sell our merch every day. And last but not least is a full-time driver. This is somebody who is very skilled in driving bigger vehicles and can do long shifts, 6, 8, 10 hours in a day, which I do not envy. Their combined wages for the entirety of the tour would equal around $21,500. So between the vehicle, the gas, and the crew, we're already looking at $53,750 in expenses. Yikes. Now, because everybody's coming from kind of different places at different times, we have to get everybody's flights all set up to meet us in Atlanta to start the tour. There's a lot of logistical stuff to consider here, and we definitely fucked it up a couple times, so we had to rebook flights. That was annoying. Anyway, now baggage for the band. As a 5-piece band, we typically travel with around 10 to 11 pieces of baggage, and that includes all of our amps, guitars, in-ear monitor stuff, all that. So that means flights are going to be around $5,200 US. Now it's time to figure out some stage show production stuff. We've been working with a great lighting programmer based in the East Coast for the past year or two and wanted him to tell us what he thought we should bring for this tour. We decided to go with 14 fixtures total, 12 of which would be mounted to 7-foot poles on the stage, and then in addition to that, we have 2 side washes at the front of the stage. Now, this is expensive, so to make this possible, we opened communication with the other support bands to see if they wanted to split the costs and get their own lighting for their own set programmed, but using the same package. And everybody agreed, which is great. So it cut down the cost quite a bit. The lighting and programming, split 3 ways, came to about $1,900 per band. That includes freight both ways. I think it's a pretty good deal, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Next up is merchandise, which can literally make or break a tour like this for us. When we were presented with this offer, it said that we must price match all merch items with the headliner. And it also said that we couldn't have more merch items on our table than Whitechapel did. That meant we were limited to 6 soft designs. So wearable stuff, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, that kind of thing. But accessories on the table, those were unlimited. So the spread we decided to bring was 2 new full color designs, 1 tour shirt, 1 black and white logo shirt, a hat, and a jersey, along with the accessories, which was pins, vinyls, CDs, stickers, patches. The total merch bill came to about $90,000 US. All right, so let's tally everything up. So far, we have the work visa, $2,500, the vehicle rental, $24,150, the fuel estimated cost, $8,100, the crew was $21,500, flights were $5,200, the rehearsal space was $900, the lighting was $1,900, the merchandise was $90,000, and then other costs, so agent fees, supplies, we got a couple of hotels along the way, equals to $7,450. The total financial commitment before show 1 was $159,450 US dollars. So now I'm sitting before you a few days after the tour ended, and I can safely say it was an extremely successful tour, not just financially, but also in terms of building our audience and connecting with fans. Every move we make as a band is calculated to maximize the amount of opportunity that we have and how viable touring is to make sure that this remains our primary source of income. As a self-managed band, we take this extremely seriously, as it's been our life's work to write and perform extreme death metal. Now, if you're interested in supporting us, we have a bunch of merch available at our US and our European stores. And you can check out those links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. Thanks.